thank you for joining me, fellow Guardians. This is Sam from Multiverse Mission Control, and today's quest is Demon Souls. And we're starting on kind of a bittersweet note here. Because on the one hand, I lost an episode. On the other hand, all that I lost was what I think is the stupidest boss fight in the game. But on the first hand, I didn't show how to beat him. But on the other hand, I get to go right to the good stuff right away. Okay, so here's the recap. I deleted it by accident, thinking it was the previous episode, and then I couldn't get it back, because it turns out my backup disk doesn't actually back up my game capture vids. It works for, the QuickTime stuff, which means my facecam, any game I record that's actually on the computer, and any finished product. But beyond that, if I delete it too early, I'm shit out of luck. Oh well. Anyway. So I freed Lord Rydell, and he gave me the Dull Rat's Ring, which I should actually equip here, which boosts my attack when my defense is low, I believe. And since I am in body form, I shouldn't need the Cling Ring. I left it with Thomas. Anyway, using the same key I freed him with, I was able to poke around the cells and gain this hat, which is the same as Uria's, and stylish as hell, so I equipped it.
Hello,
and Frake's entire gear, but that's male-specific, and honestly, I wouldn't get caught dead wearing it anyway. Oh, Dullrat is defense. Well, that's probably better, honestly.
You have a heart.
Anyway. Yeah. And after that, I took on the Man-Eater, which is, like, basically just a big buff gargoyle. Actually, I'll take both Rat's Rings.
Hello.
Yeah, he's a boring-ass buff gargoyle, but you fight him in this narrow-ass corridor in the sky, and it's like, if you roll too far in any direction, you plummet to your death.
You have a heart of gold.
He has some smashy attacks, a lunge attack, and a sonic attack to push you off the ledges, but really, you're fighting the arena more than the boss the entire time, let's be honest. This could be neat. So I'll use Rydell's rings in this fight, why not? He also takes flight during those moments where he just can't even. And then another one shows up. In any case, unlike my first time playing the game, I used warding this time, so I feared their physical attacks a lot less, and I cut off their tails, which just ripped a good chunk out of their health right from the get-go. So ultimately I was able to stay close to them for most of the fight rather than backing off and getting knocked off the platform. And ultimately I whipped them too soon to really show off the difficulty anyway. Honestly, I spent more time getting back there after one loss when that Phantom Flare didn't forgive me for getting the drop on it earlier. Warding was good then too, because then I didn't have to fear its grabby attack either. Anyway, and at the end, the weapon you can craft from their soul is just kind of useless, so I kind of ate it instead. But, so, we just skipped through that crap, and now we get to see the real interesting thing. The old monk boss. Yes, masses of flesh litter these hanging prisons. Latria's current master, an old man who is no longer human, has been creating his own demons. This is a really interesting boss concept, and I am surprised that no one's tried to do anything like this in the other games of the Souls series. So, the idea here is that it's not actually the old monk that's the demon, it's the cloak that he wears. And in the moment you step in the room, it forsakes him and immediately possesses a black phantom, which could well mean another player. You might fight a player as the boss, which means that they have all their stuff, plus the cloak is casting the homing soul arrow the whole time. So this could be really cool. A player steps in to take on the role of the boss. That is a really devilish concept. I don't know if I will meet anyone. I can't say for sure if anyone's still playing Demon Souls. Certainly at the same time that I am. But just the thought is really cool. See, this is the corridor you fought Man-Eater in. Yeah, see, it's skinny. It's really skinny. And that's where I entered. But yeah, well, with warding, it was less of an ish. So, and I'm sure I'm gonna be happy to have that here too. No doubt. Anyway. But if you get kicked offline, if your internet craps out, you get thrown back to the title screen. You don't typically lose much, but that could happen. My internet is a bit fussy sometimes. More of the scorpion things. No biggie. Okay. So, here we go. If it's not a player, it'll be this standard Wolverine guy with claws. But you know. It's worth a shot, right? Could make for a neat episode. Hello, monk. He traded his soul in his greed, in his lust, in his possessiveness. And then the demon used him up and threw him away. Because of course it did. Dude, come on. Played you for a sucker. That's the theory anyway. So. This is my real foe. Soon. And Frank mentioned he has power over dark souls of paranoia and malice. And that's what a Black Phantom is, right? An invading player. So... who just likes to grief and troll. And those are the soul arrows. And then he dies. See? It's totally the cloak. Ain't no way. And it look... oh, you're here, are you? It kind of looks like he's ordering it about, but I'm pretty sure he was just going, no, don't leave me, I need you, or something like that. Ooh, it had stuff. No, that was the bloodstain. Okay, whatever. Fellas, I've got a boss fight to do. Stop pretending you're important. Whoa! Phantom player. Goddamn. Well, unlike last time, I'm not fighting it on a stairway where I can plummet to my death. So, he's hoping. I wonder if the poor dude is... actually, I don't think it is a player. I didn't see the "you've been invaded." That thing just killed me. In body form. Well, you know what? That's fine. Because honestly, I wasn't fighting a player anyway, and it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. So, whatever. Back to the cling ring. That's just rude. Taking a chunk out of my health like that. But that's still such a cool idea that you get to interact with another person's story in the role of the villain and all. I've seen this, you don't. It's the standard dude. I don't need a full cutscene for that. That was really mean throwing the Phantom Flare at me. Haven't I fought enough of those by this point? Oh god, he's tough. Gotcha now. Okay. That was fucking annoying. Yeah, no shit, watch out. Could've put that a little earlier. The fuck? The acid, right. You're not nice. None of you are nice. I want you all to burn. Oh, fuck's sake! That's why I remembered multiple before. Because there are multiple in the old monk room. I just mixed up the location. Get a little stamina back and boom! You only need a little to start the attack again. I think they fixed that in Dark Souls. But I don't mind here. I'm totes fine with curb stomping these dudes. Now let's go. Since it responds like a normal player, it's prone to the same kinds of weaknesses as well. And that homing soul arrow will just go off on occasion. Can't let him trap me with those claws. Ah, crap. He had invincibility frames, that's why I couldn't just continue wailing on him. Okay, let him get up a bit and then, yeah, something like that. So you just gotta keep the circle strafe action going as long as those homing arrows are active. Wonder if, Ignite would be a good choice here, because of the close range. Yeah! I'm feeling it. Oh, does he have warding? And there's more soul arrows as the fight progresses, I see. Excellent stuff. Yes. Shit. No choice. Okay, blocking not an option. Stick with dodge. Shit. Strong attack useless against shield. Good to know. Stay down, please. Boosh! And a bushki. And you're dead now. Nobody miss you. Because you was a douche. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Good shit. Okay. So, the yellow demon soul. Yeah, the body's gone. It evaporated like every other Dragling that dies. Okay. So, we're done with Latria then. Good stuff. Good shit. By this point in the game, the music had changed for me, but I guess I had also felled the Bulletaria archdemons. I mean, the Bulletarian Palace archdemons, so I guess that only happens when you've got 3 archdemons dead. So, with the Yellow Demon Soul, you can craft one of 4 things. The Insanity Catalyst, which boosts the magic adjustment on all your spells, but halves your MP. And at first that's a strength. At first it's really strong and it's really fun to use, but eventually you realize it just makes you use up too much spice, so it's not really sustainable. And like for spells that don't even... Sometimes you could only cast 3 of one spell before you had to use more spice, which is not great for boss fights and most fights in general, really. You can give it to Frake and get the homing soul arrow spell that the boss was using, and that, if it's anything like Dark Souls, you'll get more orbs based on your magic-y stat. Either intelligence or magic. It was intelligence in Dark Souls. I don't know. With Yuria, you can get a buff called Soul Thirst, which, for a limited time, increases the number of souls you get. But considering I'm going to want second chance, and I'm not going to use that. And then you can give it to Saint Urbane, who will give you the Banish spell, I believe. The Banish Miracle, which can banish any invading black phantoms from your world if you don't want to deal with that. course, I'm gonna be playing offline for the rest of this time, so I don't see that as being an issue. So, by process of elimination, Frake is best choice right now.
Bravo! Let me. I am 1 hour.
I'm not sure. Yeah, homing Solera. Hold on. The old man was nothing more than a medium for the robe that drives men mad. This spell reflects the old man's nature to yearn for power that was not his. So it just said it in plain there. The cloak was the real demon, and it used him until it used him up. Yick. Anyway. So, that's probably like 2 slots, yeah? Yeah, it is. In that case, I think I'll get rid of Ignite for now. And yeah.
Bring me.
Just try that out for a bit. So, homing Solera. I can only produce 2. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it must be my magic stat. That's lower than my intel. So I gotta up that if I want more Soleras. You can go to a max of 5. And I think it's like they home in on whatever you target, sort of thing. And other than that, just follow you for a surprisingly long time, actually, from what I'm seeing here. So that's neat. Yeah, could be fun. I didn't like it so much in Dark Souls, but then again, the sorcery in Demon Souls is much stronger than it ever was in Dark Souls. So here could be really fun. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't like sorcery in Dark Souls so much. Maybe I just didn't get the right catalyst soon enough. Maybe I should have invested more intelligence. Because I've seen people rip players up in PvP with it. But maybe that was its intent, like anti-player, not so much for the environmental stuff. Who knows? But here it is absolutely still king. That's concerning. The time on my game capture doesn't match the time on my face cam. What does that mean? Are you gonna break my heart? Oh, it only just faded. Okay, well, whatever. In any case, I'm going to do my usual jump. I'm going to shore up all the 3 stats that I've decided to focus on. Vite, Endurance, and Magic. And next time, we're going to go to the Shadowmen's domain, which is very somber, very good katana build stuff, and I've heard a great PvP playground for this game. So, thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And remember, you all have the potential to get good. Peace out.